I'm watching him eat, blah, blah, blah. After the man finished eating, she's like, now you have to put him to bed.
Skyrocket your business with Touch and Grow. Touch and Grow. Skyrocket your business with Touch and Grow.
Growing brands, serving God in the marketplace.
Hi good people, trust you're keeping very very well. Nawapenda tu sana. As usual, and I keep saying I'll never drop this line, thank you so much for your overwhelming great support. The views are getting many every day. The subscribers are becoming many every day. And thank you for always liking and sharing our video. Nawapenda tu sana. And guess what, guys? Hey, don't overdo. As in, you hardly see me this way. Because today, guys, I'm about to bring you a very, very important, a very, classy. I keep defining her with one word, classy guest that I know, someone that I've worked with for now many years through Touch and Grow. A great connection that I keep saying that God brought our ways in Touch and Grow. Somebody that has worked with most of our clients and we've seen a big impact in them. Actually, tunasemanga yeye ni kama savior wa clients wetu. Every time she steps in any client's office like this or steps to work with them, magic always happen. And especially guys, people who are so keen on tapping into the diaspora market, especially the real estate companies, this one plug, that one person that has done wonders, miracles, name them guys for our clients. And before I even continue so much, she is the founder and the president of one and only KWITU. KWITU is KWITU, meaning Kenya Women in the US. Her name is Lilly Richards. And I'm the only Kikuyu by there who can pronounce her words. Her name, without should have been like Lilly Richards. Take it up for her. Doang. She's here. Awesome. Karibu sana Lilly. How are you?
I'm good.
Welcome on set. This is normally not a hot seat set. Yeah. It's a very composed, a very warm, a very calm set. Because we keep saying, by the grace of God, this is a set that allows us sit with people who are significant like yourself, people who we know once, like you share your wisdom here, you'll build, you'll impact, and you'll keep lives going. And in this set, we host very important people who help our business owners or either aspiring or existing to continue doing whatever God called them to do in their various businesses. An honor hosting you, Lilly.
Thank you.
A very great honor having you here on set today. For me, it's one of the greatest honors. This is a diaspora, a whole international connection who is right here. And we are honored so much.
I am now blushing
to be having you here. I really Lilly keeps saying I over-introduce herself. But to me, I keep saying she means so much to me as a person and also as Touch and Grow, as our company, and as to our clients, she means so much. And I keep saying for me, I'll give her flowers and she's still alive. So you mean that and many more to us, Lilly.
Thank you.
Karibu sana.
Asante.
Awesome.
And you've given me a lot of connections that are now becoming my real connections.
Nice.
Thank you.
Awesome. Coming from you, thank you so much.
Asante.
Karibu sana, Lilly.
Thank you.
How was your trip? By the way, she is it road, not flew. She flew all the way from the United States of America for this interview and for, of course, her business trip. So, guys, this is great for us. Business gang. We are honored to be having her today. How was your trip from the US?
Good. It was direct flight, so I can't complain. Mommy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How is back there?
It's nice. People are complaining that it's getting hot, but it's supposed to be chilly. It's starting, to get a little cold because we're almost getting into winter. Then it gets impossible. And we become depressed.
Awesome.
Then we come back for Christmas.
You come back home.
Yeah.
And I know you always love home.
I love home, yes.
After here, we'll go to two basements. We look for home food so that we also karibisha you officially.
Thank you.
Here home.
Asante.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Maybe you can start by telling us, who are you? Who is Lilly Richards?
Yes.
So,
I'm Lilly Richards. I was born Lilly Adhiambo Okech. And my father is Richard Okech, and that's how I get the name Richard. I'm not married to some Mzungu guy or whatever. That's my dad. And I grew up in Kakamega.
Oh, you look... and you've always looked like a Black American.
They say I look like Nigerian.
Actually, you also look like a Nigerian.
Okay.
Or a Ghanaian.
Oh, wow. Now, thank you. Now there's Ghana in there. So I was raised in Kakamega. I grew up there. And then I spread my wings, went to live in the coast. I lived a little bit here in Nairobi working for Invesco. Then went out to the States. I'm a mother of one beautiful girl, Gigi. I'm also a wife. I'm a business, I'm an entrepreneur. The list is endless, Mommy.
Awesome.
Because I get to, it's almost like every day I have a new business. We have a dating site, me and my partners.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're trying to get people
connected.
Getting wives,
Hey,
and husbands.
My sister who is here, you see there she's excited.
She's single?
Yeah, she's
you need to jump on that thing.
She's very single.
Oh my goodness.
Awesome. And by the way, I know you're actually a jack of many trades. I know for
Yeah.
this interview, we're going to tackle more about you being the founder and the president of KWITU and the impact that you've done to those women who are living there. But even before we go there, I would love to talk about you being a businesswoman or an entrepreneur. Talk to us about your business journey.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. So my business journey has been really long. I was a hotelier, by the way, by profession when I was here. Before I went to Invesco, I was a hotelier at the coast. So I went to a hotel catering school. So when I went to the States, I decided to go pursue a business degree because I figured, with business, and especially I was doing finance, I can work in any industry.
Wait. You're doing finance?
Yeah, I did that. That was my bachelor's.
Wow.
Yeah. So I got that bachelor's degree, and then business school really shaped me. It gave me an edge. So during that time, I was working for a bank. When I was there, I learned a lot about how investments work in the States. So that plus what I learned at school really propelled me, and it just threw me into the business world. And from there on, I never looked back.
Awesome.
So by education, I'm a businesswoman. And so also now by having actual businesses, I was an employee for a long time. And one day, I started complaining to my friend, telling her, I think I don't like to get comfortable in a job or anything. I love challenges so much. And I went into the mortgage industry because at that time, the mortgage industry was going through so much. There was so much regulations coming almost every month, there's something new. So that really kept me going until it reached a point when I was just bored. So I decided to just quit. I told myself I'm quitting. I'm going back to do my master's.
And I'm happy you did.
I'm building a business. I'm going to figure this thing out.
Awesome.
So I'm never afraid. When my heart says do it, I go.
I
didn't know what's going to happen. I didn't care. And since I quit, I didn't get any salary package or anything. I just decided I'm not going to work anymore. Yeah. So. And
you are happy. We are all happy you did quit.
Yep. And actually, when I quit, I went on vacation. I went to Florida and never showed up. I was absent at work, and they started calling me. Are you coming back? What's wrong? Imagine you're going on vacation and you're already spending all your money. You're going to be broke. Yeah. Awesome. That was a very brave decision. Yep. And I must congratulate you for it. Thank you. Now, I've known you through KWITU. And I know you've done, as I said earlier, you've done a very big thing. Yeah. Or you caused great impact to our clients, especially those who want to tap into the diaspora market, because you've always helped them grow by tapping into that market. Maybe let's talk about KWITU. Yes. How did you even not just become a president? How are you able to create or even to come up with KWITU, and why the word KWITU? So every day I think about this, and first I'm very passionate about KWITU, so when I talk about it, I really love talking about it. Yeah. But I also sit down and ask myself what happened, because I don't even know what happened. When I left this country going to the States, I hated this country with all my heart. I hated Kenya. I was like, Kenya has nothing to offer me. I'd rather go to die in Afghanistan or whatever. I'm like, even if I didn't come to the States, I know I would have gone somewhere. Wow. Because I started living my life trying to get out. I had a job. You always figured out you don't want to be in Kenya. 100%. So I had a boss who was lousy, lazy, and also, here, women, especially if you're, how do I say, you're a subordinate, or your boss, of course, is a man. It is so frustrating. There are things you have to, like sometimes a boss would make advances at you and you don't know what to do. And as a young person,
and you want
I was
to keep
very
your
young,
job, yeah.
Yes. And so I couldn't keep up. I couldn't do that stuff. So I remember that's actually the first time I started quitting jobs, because if you start doing that, you're making the work environment very hostile for me. So I'd rather not show up. So it started being so, especially at the coast, it was an issue. It was bad. We went through this during internship and all that, attachment.
Yeah.
And so also when you're working. So I got really tired, and I knew Kenya is never gonna make me. I'm never gonna succeed if I stay here. And so I decided to go out there.
You're very young.
I was young. Landed in America. I was 26. Landed in America alone. I've left my family and everything I know here, all my friends. So I went to the people who I stayed with were my family friends from like back in the day when I was a kid, because that guy was my Sunday school teacher.
Wow.
And after Sunday school, I never saw him. So imagine now this guy is a stranger to me, including his family.
Are you married that time?
Married? No.
No kid?
I was flying solo, no kid, nobody. I even broke up with my boyfriend before I left. So I was just alone. Yeah. We actually decided to break up because of this distance thing we knew. And also I knew in my heart, dude, I'm not coming back. So it was like, I'm gone and gone. But when my mom took me to the airport and she told me, Lily, I'm really, I feel like I will never see you again, because
wow,
the way you've been talking, I know you're not coming back. Do you know that thing haunted me until when I got to America, I came back as soon as I could. I didn't even last a year before I came back to see my mother. Just so that I can
she knew you were gone.
Yeah, I just wanted
wow.
I wanted her to know that, listen,
I'm coming back.
Yeah.
I hate it,
she
but
was
I'll
very
be coming
shocked.
back to say hi to you, yeah.
Yeah, so it was very challenging when you come to America like that, alone, and it's always, it's the culture, it's hard to assimilate, it's very hard, it's hard, mommy, it's everything is gone, It's a whole different, everything is different, even the weather is different. When I got there, it was still summer, it was so humid. I had this eye infection that lasted a couple of days. I was so tired, of course, jet lagged. I never experienced jet lag in my life.
Yeah.
It was so confusing.
Was it your first flight?
No, I had taken flights before that,
Yeah.
but short, Nairobi, Mombasa, that. So, yeah. At the airport, that's where my challenges started. I lost my address where I'm supposed to go. The person who was supposed to pick me up was late. He was late by 6 hours.
So what happened?
I just started, I left my bag somewhere, started walking from terminal to terminal, looking for a cyber. There are no cybers in the States. So every time you ask somebody, they're like, everybody here has their own computers or a phone. We don't have that. I was so frustrated. So I decided, let me just come back and sit here and let what happens.
In the terminal.
So when I was coming back, after I've stayed at the airport for 6-7 hours, I'm coming back down the accelerator and I see the guy. I saw his face and I remembered.
Because you saw him once when you were still a child.
He was my Sunday school teacher and he was harsh. So when he saw me, he also started smiling because I looked like my father. So he knew that's me. Yeah. So he came, said hello and apologized and said he had said somebody earlier and this person didn't find me, blah, blah, blah. But it was good.
Wow.
I was not in America.
Yeah.
I got out of the airport and I started getting fascinated with all these hammers.
Awesome.
Hammer here, hammer there, and now I actually don't like hammers.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now you get to America.
Yes.
Your career journey, where do you start?
Where? In America, it was, wow. I get to a house, believe it or not, there was 4 girls in this house. There's a mom and a pap, right? Every day I wake up, there's no one.
So you're wondering where?
There is nobody.
Where
I'm left in the house alone.
Like you don't get to find them when you wake up?
Yeah.
They're
gone.
In the morning.
They're gone. Somebody's going to school, somebody's going to work. Everybody's gone. I'm alone now. They come back, we interact for a few, we have to go sleep. Same thing happens tomorrow. And now me from Kenya, my mom had raised me that you mop the house twice a day. You know, you
Wamke
clean, you do
mapema.
this, you cook.
Yeah.
So me na baki kwa how I just start cleaning. You know, it's a wooden floor like this. I start doing all that. Then, you know, because I can't just sit in the house.
Yeah.
I clean, wash all the dishes, do what? And this lady would always tell me, Lily, stop it. Don't do that. We only clean this house once a week.
No.
Something.
No, God, it can't. Oh, so guys, as you've seen, we just experienced a power surge. So we had to change location. And this story is so juicy, so sweet, so inspiring. Because I've heard it personally before. So I was like, we have to pick it up with Lily. So Lily.
Yes.
You know, here in Africa, specifically in Kenya, we keep saying that rain is a sign of blessings.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I still want to believe in the same narrative.
Yes.
Oh, Mekuja, you've come here and you came with the rain. Signs of good things,
Amen.
blessings.
Yes.
Awesome. So you're in this house. You wake up every day. You find nobody. You're just cleaning and cleaning.
Yeah, cleaning like crazy, like I'm in Kenya. You know.
Like your mom was always wake up clean.
Yeah, my mom was strict. Asubuhi, lunch. After lunch, clean. So you clean before you go back to school. Well, you were raised by
Radical.
So anyway, yeah.
Typical.
Sometimes I would mess up because you know this wood, there's a way you're supposed to clean it.
Oh,
So
not the
anyway,
normal.
mix too sabuni naanza ku. So I would mess up the, you know, nothing major, but there's a method to it. You can just clean with like, then they had a vacuum cleaner and I got the hard way because I was like, hey, I'm not touching those things. Yeah, so that was my life, stuck there. And when everybody else is gone, I'm online.
Let me ask you a question. So when you live in Kenya,
Yeah.
were you living in Kenya to go to the US and work? Did you had a work before, or you going to the US and figure out what you're supposed to do when you're there?
Oh, no. I did not have a job there. No.
So you just figured out you'll go there and then maybe get a job when you're there.
Yes.
Awesome.
And that's what happened.
So you stay there for like how long, and then what happened for you to get a job?
Well, so America is, I think the entire diaspora, but I think America is a very lonely place. And so when you get there, if the people who host you are not forthcoming with the information or they're not willing to help you, you'll be stranded in your life. Like if you don't start on the right foot, you are messed up. So the guys I lived with were very nice to me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So they helped me so much. They helped me figure out, my paperwork, what to do so that I get my social, I get everything come to the mail. And then when I had all my papers, I was able to work. They took me for an interview for some holiday job.
Awesome.
At the mall.
It took you how long for you to go for that interview?
Oh, as soon as I got my papers, I went immediately.
Nice.
And I was taken immediately because it was holiday season, so they were hiring a lot. And that's where I started working. My first job was at a store called Macy's. I was a cashier. And a cashier who doesn't know the money. Like, I can count dollars, but I can't count the coins. Because I don't know. Is my coins go confusing? Mara, the dime is smaller than the... like, expect kubwe kwe na value mob.
Yeah.
But it's the other way around. The only thing I could count was the penny and the quarter, because the quarter was just big. Need have to learn coins. And then you work so hard, you're on your feet the whole day. See how many hours later? 2 weeks later, you get your paycheck.
Wow.
Nangalia paycheck giving out only $270.
How much is that in Kenya shillings? The
Well,
current dollar
back then,
rate?
I don't know.
Wow.
I almost quit. I was like, what? Alafu saizo, you're not even thinking in dollars yet. You're thinking in Kenya, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So my first paycheck, of course, I just cashed it out and sent it to my mom. And then continued working again.
Nice.
Yeah. So, as you had asked me, it is hard. Because even me, I needed a lot of guidance and I couldn't ask people to guide me all the time.
Yeah.
I'm a grown-up. I like to do things for myself. I'm very independent. When I came here, I was already an independent girl.
Yeah.
I was independent at 19. So when the moment I left my home to go to college, I never went back. Just left college, went to look for a job and started life, Yeah. So I was super independent. So I would want to look for information on my own. I would do that, look for jobs on my own.
Yeah.
Nika realized, well, you can't walk and hand over these resumes in people's. You can't. You'll be
Like you do
arrested.
here
You
in
can't go.
Kenya.
Yeah. So you have to do everything online. School, you have to do that online. Everything. So I had to stay and spend a lot of time on a computer when I'm alone. And at least when I started working, now I had a place to go until that job was done, because it was only for the holiday, and then I was again out. I was done in February, actually December, end of December, end of January.
Like
So
4 months.
by February 1st, I didn't have a job.
Ah.
Yeah. Yep.
So what happened now?
So now
You're in a foreign land.
Mm-hmm.
But this time, have you moved
I'm in a
to
foreign
your
land.
own apartment?
Nope. I'm still mad at my country. I'm online all the time. There was something called Graduates, and then there was High Five, and then there was the other one. I don't know what it was called. The really big one that is gone. What was the name? I remember it. And Facebook was still not for everyone. It was only for students. So I didn't have a student email yet, so I couldn't. It was hard, just trying to connect. I would go to Graduates, look for people who are in my school. You get someone who's so excited. High Five, only one of my friends was there. She's been my friend since we were in kindergarten.
You're a keeper.
Her name is Gawi. She was on High Five, so that's why we used to talk. But I have internet. So I'm spending a lot of time on the internet. Then Facebook was open for everybody. Woof, that's when it all started going. Now we were.
This was which year?
This was the year 2000 and I think 7. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
So my people here, my host was trying to get me a job where she works. And when she finally found me a job, she was so excited, and she came to me telling me, "Oh, Lily, I have a job for you, blah, blah, blah." I was so excited. I was like,
wow.
Yay.
Finally.
I was so happy. That day, sikulala. I was just waiting to go to work.
I can imagine being in the house the whole day, all alone. Can be very depressing.
It's sad. So the following day when I went to work, Gioni, so I was doing overnight. What she told me was, you don't have to do much. You have to watch the people who are there, so that, walale vizuri, without any drama, and you're there so that they don't sleep alone, because they are disabled people, and you'll be working with another lady. I got there, and this lady akajua she has gotten mteremko. I don't know, she thought I've done this job before. I don't know what she thought. I show up, the first thing she tells me, "You're in charge of him." That was a man. "You're in charge of him."
What? A supervisory role?
I'm in charge of that man. So the house had 3 other women. These women are a little bit functioning, like they can walk, but this man is on a wheelchair.
Those must have been a shocker.
So I'm thinking, okay, I'm watching him eat, blah blah blah. After the man finished eating, she's like, "Now you have to put him to bed."
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you.
Now I'm thinking, sijawahi fanya hii kazi. Nobody taught me anything, even how to lift some. He's a big guy.
You have to lift him.
Yeah. So I figured it on my own. So I went to his room, wheeled the chair, and somehow figured out how to hold him, like I'm hugging him.
Wow.
So I found a way of doing it. So I put him on the bed, covered him, blah blah blah. The following morning, that's when it all started. She calls me because we were just on the couch like this. So I fell asleep over there. She fell asleep on the other couch. Just her alarm went off. So we were supposed to start working. She started making breakfast. She told me again, wheel him to the bathroom. Let him sit in the bathroom. So I put him in the bathroom, so he's going to do the number 2. After he's done, she tells me, now put him in the shower and clean him. Where?
What are you talking about, Lily?
Oh my God. I was just like, what? Hey, no. I did not sign up for this.
Were you shocked? Scared?
Yeah, I was shocked. I was thinking about abandoning this, just running away and leaving, but because the person who connected me with this job is somebody I respect.
Yeah.
Hey, I had to.
There's actually somebody who is hosting you there. Don't come out
My
as
host
a
is the
lazy
one.
person also.
Mommy, I wish they prepared me. I wish they just said something. You know? I had to figure out. Now washing this man from head to toe. I had never seen an old man naked in front of me before.
Oh, that must have been very traumatizing, eh?
Yes. What do you expect?
My God, I'm sorry.
No, you see, the problem is even the lady who was there probably assumed I've been doing this job before. She thought I know what to do because she didn't take her time to show me anything. So I had to wash this man. I had to pay special attention to, what areas he had just gone to the toilet. Then I had to put diapers on him, sit him down and then shave his beard. I never shaved anybody in my life. I was just shaving by the grace of God.
Like you did all
so
that.
I was scared. I don't want to see blood. Where?
This is your first day at work?
First. So when I left, I never went back.
Oh, that was the first day. So you're going to do it? Katsasio.
Whoever,
referred you for the job. Oh my God, I'm
just finish and go. I didn't come back.
I can't believe that the woman that I know you to be and the kind of business that you do here and the kind of, I'm sorry to say, the kind of money that I know you make out here, I can't believe that you have such a humble beginning.
Yeah.
Even there back in the US.
That was my and many people go through this. This is my story and many other people's story. Yeah, so I refused to go back for at least, I think it was 2 months. After 2 months, I was ready.
So Lily,
yes,
you wrap your hands and you say, "Hapo haufiki tena." Then 2 months later, you get a job.
No, 2 months later, I decided I want my job back.
The same job.
Yeah. Listen, mommy, it took me 2 months to process what happened and to think about it.
Because you're not prepared.
I wasn't prepared, so I had time now to prepare myself psychologically.
This is the reality, this is where I am, and I have to take up a job.
Yes, and I also noticed there was a girl in the house who was also doing similar jobs, even though she wasn't in that kind of house where there was, wheelchair-bound people. They need a lot of attention.
Very true. Because even they can't bend to pick up something on their own. Everything you have to be there.
Yep, you're there to make sure they're able to move, they're able to, they're comfortable all the time. So if other people in the house, the other clients are sitting on the table, you have to make sure he's sitting on the table because he can't be left out.
Very true.
Yeah.
Wow.
So then also when it's time for bed, you make sure he's comfortably in bed. Yeah, so I decided to go back. So when I went back, I was sent to the office and my director looked at me and asked me, "Are you sure you want this job?" I said yes. Then she told me, you abandoned this job before. I said, yeah, I know. And she knew I was new, so she understood that
the shock.
It was and actually they brought me there as an emergency person because they didn't have anyone. That's why nobody trained me, nobody told me anything. The woman I was working with could only speak this much English. Yeah. She spoke Creole. So English here and there. So she didn't understand who I am, where I'm from. She thought I'm also like an expert. Well, so now.
So you went back to the same
I went to the same house. I was given a whole shift, 40 hours. So I would work nights and then also Saturday. Then my 40 hours is done. Woo. And I also said I want the same client back. I want to do him.
Why?
I don't know. I felt some kind of I don't know. I felt like it's duty. I felt bad.
Like you abandoned him.
Yeah. So I wanted to work with him. So again, I started working with him. After like 2 weeks. Where I was, this was the job. I was like, I was even taking them to church, taking them to the mall.
You're not excited and like, here it is now.
I had already gotten the rhythm of the job.
Wow.
I had already been trained to drive a van. I was driving but my regular car, but this is a van, a big van. I've been trained to load wheelchairs on this van.
Wow.
And when we're going out, all of them have to be in the wheelchair.
Wow.
Yeah, so we put all of them there because it's a wheelchair van. It's open here, and then we get there, we go to church, we go to the mall, we go to the movies, we go shopping.
I'm
so I was
still
good at
excited
this.
to know. Okay, now, for how long did you do that job? Because I'm still keen to know how you got here. Like being the founder and the president of KWITU, it's a whole big thing. It's a whole big title.
Yeah.
How did you now become this big leader of this big, like group of women who are also very, doing very well in the US? I know most of them are also nurses and doctors. I know you've been telling us more about it.
They're everything. There's professors, there's scientists, there's FBI agents, there's everybody there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's everyone.
So we're still on this job.
Yes.
So for how long did you do it? And what was your transition to now where you are right now?
Okay. So with this job, I'm telling you, it became more than just a job.
Yeah.
Because now you have to, it has to sink in that this person depends on me 100%.
Yeah.
Without me, they can't survive.
Can't move.
They cannot survive at all.
Yeah.
And the moment I understood that, I really loved my job. I really did. And so it was so much that even his name was Joseph. Every time I come to work, he's super excited. And then his brother, who was just a regular guy, found out that he likes to hang out with me. He likes, whenever I'm there, he's so excited. And so this guy started also leaning towards me so much that he would come in once in a while, give me money, just saying thank you. He would give me $200 there, $300 here, just saying thank you. It was, and I would appreciate it because $200 from nowhere.
Oh, money.
Because they could see that I really, really loved these people. Yeah. I really, it was my heart.
Yeah.
So it was very fulfilling working there.
Yeah.
But I remember when I came back, because now at some point I was doing that job and I had gotten a job at the bank and I was also going to school.
3 things in a day.
3 things. So that means I do overnight, and then by 8 o'clock I'm running to my regular job so that I'm there by 8:30 at the bank. Then from the bank at 5, I'm running to school so that I can be in class either at 6 or 7.
So you didn't ever get the temptation of now, like abandoning this other job for the bank job?
Not yet, but again, when I just working out na jituma.
Yeah.
When you're going to the US, people tell you things like, ufanye kazi, don't be picky with jobs, blah, blah, blah. So I was able to do it because from now school, straight to my night job.
Very true.
I'll only go to my house like weekends or if I have a few minutes to pick up something in. So I lived in my car.
Literally.
I had stuff in my car because I would shower at work, change. I had my clothes all week.
What time did you have to sleep?
Technically, you're not sleeping. When I sleep, but that actually took a toll on me because I remember when I came back, my mom, when she came to pick me up at the airport, she looked at me and she started crying, and I was like, "Why are you crying?"
Mother's instinct.
She was crying. She said, "Oh my God, I thought when people go to America, they come back looking really cute and bright, and you look so dull and tired. What's happening to you?" So she was just like, whatever it is that is happening, please, And I just told her, Mom, I'm tired.
So does that explain why when people come here, I've had most family members even complain that most of them prefer not going home. They first of all prefer being in places where they can go and rest. Then later now, they can go home. Does that explain why most of them prefer doing that way?
100%. And the people here will not understand.
Yeah, very true.
Even if you try to explain it, they will never understand.
They'll think you're proud. You're not going to Sharks.
And yes. So for me, at least I went to Sharks. I went with my mom to catch Kakamega, and then we came back because we went on vacation together. Yeah. But again, when your mom is there, she thinks life is as usual. You're trying, umelala tu make her headphones. She's talking. Like, shut up, in my head. She starts again, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, Mom, can you please give me at least just 2 hours?
Yeah, I know.
I just want to relax here and watch this ocean and sleep.
And black
And I'm
out.
listening to reggae because that used to calm me down. Oh my God, 5 minutes later. This time I remember that first time when we were there. I took my wallet, gave her my card. I told her, "Ma, please take a taxi over here, go to Nakumat over there, Bamburi.
Yeah.
Buy whatever you want.
You want, yeah.
And just take your time.
Yeah.
Even buy jewelry."
Oh, yeah.
And then when she was gone, finally, I went back and lay down. Nililala mpaka. She came to wake me up after almost 6 p.m. And we guys were talking before 1.
Yeah.
So that was me feeling like I've had some rest. So yeah, we are tired. That's what happens.
So that's a good myth or a narrative that I wanted you to demystify it, because I've had most people complain, wameringa.
Yes.
They always imagine, because we hear all these good stories about the US, how it's beautiful, how it's everything. Then you come in, and the first thing you're saying, you want to go for vacation. People wonder, vacation again, you're coming from the US. They never understand exactly what you need to go to.
You need it. It's not tafadhali.
Yeah.
And when I went back, my mom told me to quit that job. Because you know how it was, I had 2 jobs and now I had moved to my own place.
Yeah.
So one is paying my bills and my rent, and one is taking care of my mom here. Because my mom was still living in a rental.
Wow.
You know, she lost her husband, so I'm now like the husband. And also I had my bro in campus, my sister also in college, my last born brother in high school.
Oh, you talked about one of the jobs taking care of your bills, literally. Does it mean that the high cost of living there is very high?
Yes. Yeah, it's very high. Yeah, like basically many people live paycheck to paycheck. And at that point, I lived paycheck to paycheck. I had no savings, you know. You get the money and it's spent.
You can't afford to sleep, like literally, you can't.
For me, when my mom told me to quit the other job, that means now I needed a new plan.
Yeah.
Because now I can't send her as much money as I used to send.
Yeah.
But for the sake of my health, because it really got bad to the point that twice I collapsed at work.
What? That was fatigue.
Yeah. So the first time I didn't care. The second time my boss told me you have to go to the hospital. So I went to the hospital, and my doctor asked me, when was the last time you ate? 100%, I couldn't remember.
Really, you didn't used to eat?
I couldn't remember. Like, he asked me, do you remember when you... when was the last time you even had water? I couldn't remember.
Like, you couldn't remember the last meal you took and the last time you took your water.
And so he said, you're severely dehydrated. Your energy is down to 0. Immediately I was on IV.
Low battery.
And then also B12. And he prescribed B12 injections every Wednesday for 2 months. So I'll just go there every Wednesday, B12 injections to bring my energy back. And he also asked that I go see a dermatologist because my skin had gone to hell. Because if you're not eating right and you're not drinking water, obviously, you're going to your skin.
You know, your story is a typical what? It's a typical example of what people say. You should never envy my current or my today because you don't know my journey. Exactly.
And so I started learning how to survive with one job, and I realized, I'm able to borrow money from my 401k at work and buy my mom land and set my mom up.
Oh, nice. You did that?
That's what I did. So when I did that, I was like, okay, fine. Now she doesn't have to pay rent. She's situated and all of that. I only have to send money for small bills here and there.
Wow.
And I managed. And so
your mom must be very proud of you.
Of course. I know she is. Yeah. And so I don't know how to say it. There is people who nurture people.
I don't want to.
That's me.
I don't want
I'm
natural. I don't want to jump in this interview. I don't want to preempt.
Yes.
But something just got triggered in my heart. I know it's something we're going to discuss in this interview. Maybe that's why God gave you the favor for selling land. Because I know we are coming to that. You
are so funny.
The favor that you have in selling mashambas.
Mommy, God gave me another favor, and I'll get there. You'll see. You'll hear it. Because even I told you, I don't understand what happened. Because when I left this country, I did not think anything in this country would ever make sense to me again. Mimi, I never had female friends. I only had one female friend and one girl who I used to work with that was my friend. Even when I moved to the US, all my friends were men. I started knowing them in church. Nini. We had a place called Chinyamti where we used to go hang out, and it's all men. I remember there was about 7 of them or something like that, and I was mostly the only female, and sometimes the wife of one of them was there, so it was 2 females. And then another lady moved in to that building, now it was 3 females there. I never wanted anything to do with females around me. In fact, ungeniambia stories are nothing. Even when we go to these meetings, with my host, because yes, they were not hosting me now, but we are still friends. Okay. We're still family. For me, they were more than family. They took good care of me. And nilitoka haraka na nilitoka kwa uzuri.
I still don't want to preempt your story because you don't love females. And here now, as of now, you're leading a whole group of I don't know how many women. So back to your story. You bought your mom land, you settled her, then now you're managing with one job. So after that now
I got a promotion at work.
Wow.
So now at first I was part-time, and then I became full-time, and then I was customer service. Yeah, so I was growing kidogo. I was really good. I was being awarded almost every month employee of the month.
I know you're very passionate about customer experience.
Yes, that
you know
everything to me. Yes, it is important.
Yeah,
and that's why when I experience bad customer service, it pisses me off.
Yeah.
So I was really good at this work. I loved it. My colleagues were amazing. So I was able to stay there because also they were paying for some of my school fees.
Yeah.
Well, because this time I was still in college. Yeah. So
it's a beautiful journey from taking care of an old man, which at some point you came to fall in love with it.
Yeah.
And now customer service, and now you are the head of the department.
I was actually not the head of the department, but I was just doing customer service.
Awesome.
As a rep. Yeah.
In a foreign land, but that's something.
Yeah, actually.
That's something back there.
When I was looking for my job, I was told, don't bother, you will never get a job. Kofi, who will hire? And you just came from Kenya with this accent. Nobody would hire you for that job.
Which accent was that? It disappeared.
See, my regular accent. So I said, oh my God, Mimi, when you say don't, that's when I go. And I'm very stubborn. I'm very stubborn that men can't keep up with me.
Yeah.
I quit boyfriends because you can't hold me back.
Of course, I know
if
you're an alpha woman. Alpha female.
Stay over there.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
So I was just like, fine. You said I can't do it. Now I'm going to do it. And I got the job.
I love that attitude.
Yeah. So I got the job, and I was growing into it. I loved it. Yeah. So life continued, and like I said before, Mimi, I wasn't a women person. And also people like to talk about, you just went to the US, now you have an accent, blah, blah, blah. Dude, we have to have this accent. We have to try. Yeah? Because if you don't talk, you're not able to communicate at work, you'll be fired.
Yeah.
So if you're talking to customers, you have to try. Like one time, I was telling this lady, she asked me, how was your weekend? I said, good. What did you do yesterday? I said, I went to church. She said, church? What's church? I said, church. She was like, what's that? I said, I went to pray. She said, oh, you mean church? I was like, what? Okay. That.
So sometimes you actually put in these accents so you're able to communicate with the people who are there.
Mommy, we shape-shift.
Yeah.
I can talk to you in a real accent, in a real New York accent if I want. And I can talk to you in this my Kenya US accent.
Because when I know you guys don't say 20, you say 20.
Yes. Water.
You
know. So I can also talk to you in my 100% Jamua accent. The one from Kakamega.
Because when you say water, they won't understand. They'll ask you
what
say that.
Water. Stop it.
Stop it.
At that point, somebody might ask, are you British?
You know, I'm sure because if the woman can't understand you're talking about church, so I'm wondering if the one who was in such a spot, as weird as she can
it's so crazy. If I wasn't so sweet, my God. And you know, my boss also, she was very keen. So she doesn't want this. What can't you communicate? Like she was very,
They wonder why you can't pronounce basic things like church. Guys, are you hearing? Business gang. It's not church.
Yo, these
It's
accents are for
church.
money. We use these accents to
For
make money,
money. I
not
love
for
that. I love
what
that.
people think we just do this for show.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
no,
I love
I don't
that.
have time for that. I just speak Swahili or my regular accent. In fact, you can speak your accent na ukikasirika inarudi inaingia back to factory settings, you know?
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, so there's
So
nobody.
basically, you do this for survival.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So you can tell me anybody who went to the US as an adult has lost
The accent.
no. They still have it, they just shift. You shift into this, you shift into that, according to where you are.
Yeah.
Like for me, my daughter, when we talk, what?
I've had a sitting with
You've
DJ.
seen her, yeah.
I was with DJ and I kept laughing also because the baby, and then her accent, is it accent or accent? She's super. She's everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's a way we have to make sure she can understand us and everything. And if we don't want her to understand, we just switch into Swahili.
Because also she can become a laughing stock in the school or in the neighborhood if you have any. Awesome. So now you're doing the customer experience, of
Yes.
course, trying to work on your accent, and here you are. So what happened after now the employment? You were there now in the employment for how long?
Oh, that job, I did it for 6 years. So I did it for a while.
So you loved it so much.
I kind of loved it, yeah. Actually, the only reason I stopped working there is because I got pregnant and I decided to quit and stay home with my kid for at least a year. But that actually is one of the best things I ever did for my daughter. Before all this, there was a time, I don't know what happened, and I was always online now. So the Kilimani moms were already here, and those weird European groups or whatever, I was in there.
Yeah.
And sometimes you go to these groups and you start hearing things, people are just fighting over sijui mzungu wangu ulifanya nini, sijui ulikuwa na mzungu wangu wapi, and just like, what the hell? Unajua, like, I'm not saying this Kobaya. Many of these girls who go to Europe, we're so different.
Yeah.
We are very independent. We work so hard.
Yeah.
We have our own. Like, I can afford to take my own money and say, I'm buying myself a car, I'm buying myself this.
Yeah,
but then they depend on somebody, whoever shipped them out there. So they're like, they have a lot of time on their hands.
Yeah.
So they would fight. And with the time difference, you wake up, fight. And then also time difference, Kenya Kilimani moms, drama all day. So I was just like, my God. I remember when I was looking for college, I had to do my own, accreditation, look for everything, figure it out on my own. And so it was in-state versus out-of-state. Which one is specialized in what courses? Blah, 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 blah. It was so much research on my own. And then I also had to go get student aid, financial aid on my own. So now here, I'm in these groups that are adding no value to my life. Unless you want to gossip, then yeah, it's there. So I was like, nah, I have issues with taxes. I have issues with life here. I need to figure out a lot of things in these groups. Actually, I spend time there, they're not improving anything. I'm not getting value. So I figured, okay, let's do this. I'm going to create a group for Kenyan women in the States.
Wait a minute. So you want to say that the frustration of what you're not getting in this group, the Kilimani?
No, actually, it was that, and also loneliness, because I tell you for sure, loneliness is the worst. Loneliness, let me tell you what loneliness does to people. You find somebody dead, and the body is discovered 5 days later. Things like that. So loneliness is actually really bad, because when you get lonely in a place like that, it's a foreign place. It's new by all means. Even winter itself is so scary.
Yeah.
And here you are alone with, maybe you're working or you're stressed about papers which you don't have.
Yeah.
And you continue being alone, you start getting depressed, you start getting all these things, people die. And for me, honestly, it was the need for community, because it was really important that I find my people.
Yeah.
It was so fun. I say this story a lot, where I was following a guy around until he hanged up because he was speaking Swahili in the supermarket. He was on the phone. Nasikia tu Kiswahili. I was like, oh my God, who? He anaenda even namfuata. I'm actually shocked that he didn't even figure out that I was following him around. So when he hanged up, I was just standing there saying, Haba. Can I do such a thing now? No. By that time, I was super excited. I was like, wow.
I'm not alone here.
There's somebody and he was Indian. That's the weirdest thing. He was Asian.
Not even Kenyan.
No, I mean, yes, he was Kenyan from Kitale, but he was Asian. So he talked to me about his dad was a gynecologist, blah, blah. At that time, I didn't even know what the hell was going on there. But then at some point, I needed a gynecologist. I went straight to the dad. So the dad became my gynecologist until he died. Yeah, wow. And he was so funny. He was an Indian from Kitale, yes.
So loneliness birthed KWITU.
Loneliness and also the need for community, because to be honest, it's hard to find answers.
Yeah.
You look for answers, you look everywhere. You know, sometimes you don't even know where to look. And you know, when we guys came, we had it the hard way. It was so hard. So imagine we have this community where you need something, you just ask. And you get an answer immediately. There's nothing you can ask for and you don't get. Maybe if you say, I want $1 million, then nobody's giving you $1 million. But all these other things you get. Yeah, so that led to the community. Yes, that's why I started the community.
Awesome. So that was back in which year?
In 2015.
So you go open the group?
No, it wasn't that easy. First, I needed people to work with me. So I asked around. So I went to my closest friends, because I was thinking, if you're going to do something like that, do it with people who are your friends.
Very true.
So each one of them was telling me, are you crazy? In fact, one lady told me, Lilly, why would you want to do this to yourself? Do you know women in this America? Do you know these women? They will kill you. I said,
physical killing?
No, emotional.
Emotional, because of the baggage. They are carrying so much.
No, because they're women, mommy. You know how women kill people. Okay, so I said, let me try.
How do women kill people?
Women have what do I say? They're difficult.
Yeah.
And now you get women who are raised by God knows who, from everywhere. And you want to put them in one place and think you can, how? That was the problem. That's what they were thinking about. And so when they refused to help me, and I asked 4 of them, I decided going to another group where I was, and some girls were there who are in the States, and I started asking some of the girls who live in America. And sure enough, 4 of them came on board with me. So at that time, I had already put up the Facebook group. I just added them in as admins, and then we started.
There were 4 plus yourself?
12, yeah, so we were 5.
5. That was back in which year?
2015. That's when we started. And then there was this thing where now my friends were the ones giving me a headache. Because when the group starts, people are thinking of you. Everybody's suspicious of you. What's your motive?
Why are we here?
Yes, even to the point that asking, what's this group about? You explain again tomorrow. It's like every day when they add new people want to ask.
You have to keep on explaining who are you, what's the motive, why are we here?
Yes.
So what's the plan? Are you trying to make money from us?
Exactly. So you know me and my I don't know what it is, because I actually know I'm mad, you know. So I decided when live video started, I started going live. And when I went live, I would say stuff and people would be looking at me like, what?
Who is she?
Yeah. But, you know, I just knew.
Yeah.
If I show any signs of weakness, I'm finished.
Yeah.
But for me, it was because I want this group to succeed, and I don't want it to be a group that is meaningless. I want it to be meaningful. And I want this group to be the community that women are thriving at. Mpaka ukiambia mtu siko KWITU, they just feel sorry for you.
Yeah, I know.
That was my dream. So the vision was, it's going to be a group where we connect, we support and empower ourselves.
Like a rescue home.
Well, it's more like, I'm done with work, now let me go in here and laugh.
Yeah.
And then also when we talking serious things, it's serious.
Yeah. And
also you have a shoulder if you need it. So it became at some point it became too difficult. I had to kick out 1,000 and something.
You were at 5. Number 5 of you. Now you've grown to how many?
We're adding people, and the people were adding people, and it was growing. We started thinking we're growing too fast.
You were so many, like in a year. How many were you?
It's hard to tell. It was a long time ago, but maybe in the first year in 2013 when we started, we went into 6K.
Right now you are stand at how many?
We are 14K, and
Wow.
we don't leave 14K.
From number 5.
So we just keep 14K.
Wow.
So for us to add, we have to subtract.
Oh, why?
Because we don't want dormancy.
Yeah.
And dormant people are the troublemakers.
Yeah.
So if you're dormant, it means maybe you don't even know you are in the group, or maybe you were added by accident, or it's a pseudo account.
Yeah.
You go. Because how can you be dormant? And we normally say dormant for 6 months.
Because it's a connect group.
Yes, 6 months. You haven't even you haven't even posted an emoji.
So if you don't do anything in 6 months, you're out.
Yeah, at least
That's
an
a good
emoji
way.
will keep you in.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you don't even do an emoji, surely, where are you? Are you even here? So after we kick people out from scam, oh my God, I was kicked out. So what do you want? Ati, please add me back. Why? So that you can go and be dormant again.
Yeah.
So we have those kind of conversations, but we normally bring them back after 3 months.
Probation. Yeah,
Then they come back in the sisterhood. Then wako na mdomo. Now they're not quiet anymore. But that's a good thing. It has made our group thrive, because we've been one of the most active groups on Facebook forever.
I know.
We've been recognized many times by Meta. We've been rewarded. We've gotten, the other time we're given $40K.
Wow.
So we've been trained.
Facebook.
Yes, we've been trained as leaders. We've gone through so much. So we believe we're doing something good, because even the Facebook executives sit us down and ask us, how is it that you manage to keep this group, these numbers? Because our numbers, when you look at the activity, it's always over 10,000 people active. How do you do it?
And for us at Touch Grow, allow me this distract and say this.
Yes.
For us, it's not just even about the numbers. It's the impactfulness of the group.
Yes.
Because we've seen the same women through you support so many businesses back here.
Yes.
Because most of them, they're always investing. They're always buying land, buying this and this. So,
well, that's because in 2008, 2009, I started this campaign that I'm going to start thinking about why women are not investing in Kenya. Why? Because personally, I was having a hard time investing in Kenya, and my only problem was I don't know who to trust. So I posted something asking, if you haven't invested in Kenya, what's the problem? What? And it all came back as trust. It was the only problem.
Yeah.
So in 2020, just before COVID, I was already, actually late 2019, I was already out here, putting myself out, looking for legit companies and learning how to vet people, learning how to vet land, learning what to look for, until I got the rhythm of it. And then I started negotiating, because if you have land and you're saying, I have the magic, girl, I'm just super smart, okay? No, not in quotes. Yeah. So if you have this land, this is your land, right? This is like 1,000 plots, and you're trying to sell it, pole, and it's probably gonna last 2 years ujamaliza kuuza. But if I come to you and I tell you, we want to buy this land, give us a discount of this much, and I guarantee you this land will be gone in a month, would you not give me the land?
I will give you the land.
Of course you'll give me the land, because you're like, if I get this turnover within a month, come on now, I have cash on my hand. As opposed to a whole year trying and struggling, and you get, you get the lipa pole people and still take another couple of years to get all that money back.
I agree.
So many people went for it. I remember I worked with AMG during those times when I started, Finca. But that's how I started to get in this space. So when I realized that people are actually craving to invest, it's just that they don't know who to trust, but they can trust me, because I've proven myself for over 5 years, because I'd been in KWITU, they see me, they know me.
And you've worked with so many companies.
Really worked hard.
In the real estate.
Now, but at that time, I was just starting off to help these women.
Ah, nice.
Because you see, the problems I have are everybody's problem. It's not just mine. So I realized if I'm going, we can as well go together and get this.
Yeah.
And we've been walking the journey ever since.
And you've done a very good job in really impacting even businesses back here. through your women. I know you normally fondly call them my girls.
Oh,
And right now I know you're working with several work clients, like in the real estate. You work with Icon Prime, and I know they love you so much, and they love your girls so much.
Oh, they have amazing properties.
Oh yes, I know.
The properties in Gong,
Yeah,
where those women, where they cannot stop talking.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
And now Diani is fire.
Diana is fair. I know you were there, Juicy.
I'm excited about it.
We can't wait to have your girls settle in Diani.
Yes.
Awesome. And Baraka Smiles? Wale wa menu.
Wow.
You do a good
Baraka
job.
Smiles had me fire my day. I will never, ever go anywhere else.
Yeah.
What? And I'm just like, there was a time I was thinking, I can never get my teeth done in Kenya. Why?
And you live in the US.
Yes. No. And every time, like, the first time I went to a dentist, I went to get cleaned. I came out of there with 13 problems. Oh, this one has a hole, has to be filled. This one also has a hole, has to be filled. This one is due what, has to be removed. This one, extraction. I'm like, what the hell? I've lived all my life. I was born, grew up until now, nothing, no problem, never. This is metokea wapi. And then it started. Insurance is paying. These guys are making money.
A lot of money, yeah.
And they took my teeth out. And they filled, it fills in and fills in and when Baraka Smile doctor looked at me,
Ruth,
she
yeah.
was like, oh my God,
Painless.
we have to put your teeth back. You cannot have, So
we call it the Healthy Smiles campaign by Baraka Smiles. And actually this November and December, they're launching a very big campaign. We're calling it the Healthy Smiles Achievers.
Oh.
We want to award and to celebrate those people who've been able to achieve the Healthy Smiles journey with Baraka Smiles. Just a gift hamper. Thank you for doing it. Because as you're saying, Dr. Ruth is not keen on just extracting. Actually, she keeps saying that's the last thing that she will tell you to do. She wants to give you a Healthy Smiles, check on your teeth, see what needs to be done. And because she's also very keen on like a restorative program. She wants to see how she can restore back smiles. A Healthy Smiles is a confident smile.
Exactly.
Yes, awesome.
Yeah, so
you've done magical work back here in Kenya. You are magical in all ways, Lily. And your girls,
believe it.
They are magical in all ways.
So magical, whatever, I don't know. Because you see, Mimi, I'm not different from anyone. And even when I started doing KWITU, I didn't know what I'm getting myself into. What I knew is that I'm never going to be stopped by anyone.
Yeah.
Like I said, I leave men behind because you're not holding me back. I don't, I'm not your mother, you're not, So, same thing. I don't give up easily. Yeah.
I don't know how to put this because you said you're struggling to have female friendships. Like you didn't love having female friendships.
I just didn't want to.
And now God has given you a mandate of leading now 14,000 women who are not maybe from your village. Of course, these are people you've met.
Yes.
Back there, raised by different mothers.
Yeah.
All of them having different experiences for life. So, so now, how did you get here? How did you now manage to now not only become a friend of them, but now even lead them?
It came with a lot of drama. And the most important thing I needed to prove was that I'm not here because I'm better than anyone here.
Yeah.
And also I'm not here to rule anybody. I'm not here to get, I don't need power, I just wanted to be here to serve and help people.
Yeah.
And if you feel like you don't want that, just leave the community.
The motive was right.
Let the people who want to stay.
Yeah.
Because I already saw the vision, it was very clear. And I knew people needed that.
Yeah.
Because we are not all the same. Some of us are making a lot of money and some of us are not making any money. We're stay-home moms. And these stay-home moms need to always, figure out what I can do while home, hanging out with my kids. Maybe I can also do something on the side that doesn't need me to leave the house. And some of these people who are making a lot of money are also, maybe they need to get out of there and go out and travel or do this. So that's where these travel companies also come in. I actually made that very clear. I don't want anything from you.
If you want to stay, you stay.
Yeah, I don't want anything from you.
Yeah, that was nice.
You're not paying me, you didn't elect me, and I'm not here for fame or power or to boss people around. Like I said, you're probably way better than me. But somehow I found myself here. And that's the miracle. I have no idea how this happened. Because I'm the last person, if you talk to me in 2000 or in 2006 or 2007, and you tell me, you know, Lily, one day you'll be doing XYZ, ningecheka mpaka nianguke huko. I'll be like, shut up. No way. No, that's not my life. I don't want that. So how I ended up here, still
It's
a
a
mystery
God
for me.
story. I feel like it's a God story.
Yeah.
So from a girl who hated,
A girl who hated, yes.
who hated
To a
being
girl
in their
who
own
loves
country,
Kenya like crazy.
from a
Yes.
girl who hated being in their own country to a girl now who goes to the US, not knowing exactly what she's going to do, found herself taking care of an elderly man, ran away from her job after one day, then came back begging the same job after 2 months, and now the girl did the job. Now the girl becomes a customer service, you know, like attendant somewhere, and then a leader in the same place, and now a founder, a real founder and a president of these biggest women groups in diaspora called KWITU. I mean, who doesn't know KWITU? And you're leading over 14,000 women. Such a beautiful, inspiring story on how somebody can rise from ground up there. For me, I know her. Maybe I know her business aspect, and I know how God have graced you and given you favor even with businesses back here. Because as I keep saying, you're magical. You know, like you're classy, of course, but you're magical in that whatever you touch is grows. You know, for me, I run a company called Touch and Grow, and we keep saying everything we touch grows. And by the grace of God, God connected me with Lily in a very miraculous way. I remember I was fasting for her. She didn't know. Because I discovered there was this woman who is doing magical, like connecting, you know, like giving people an opportunity to tap into the diaspora market through the KWITU women group. And I actually was fasting for her. She didn't know. I was fasting for her, telling God, I want to connect with that woman. How, I don't know. And the long story short, the story will happen one day. We find ourselves in a sitting, she's waiting for somebody else. Then she discovers the somebody else is not the somebody, it's me. Even we don't understand how it happens.
Actually, you're even late.
Yes,
it's your girls who recognize
very
you.
late, I remember. Very late.
So your girls recognize
A
me.
long story, yani, on how God connects people.
Yeah.
And now with our mandate of Touch and Grow, where we pride in that we know that God has called us into the market to grow brands by serving Him. And God giving us such beautiful connections, the like of Lily. That's why I'll forever be, you know, like appreciative of who you are. Because I know you are God's connection for Touch and Grow. I've seen you do tremendous job and did amazing job impacting so many of our clients. You're actually a savior. I keep saying you're actually a real savior to our clients. And now your story is so inspiring, Lily. Your story is so inspiring. So guys, my business people, actually this is actually a business channel. We normally pride in that people who watch us, there are people who are either aspiring business people or even the existing business people. If you're out there, guys, and you want to tap into the diaspora market, this group called KWITU, it's a magical group, of course led by yours truly, Lilly Richards. We can always show you how you can connect with her. She's done an amazing job for most businesses, especially in the real estate industry. Dental, name them, many industries. She's done amazing job in those industries. And I would love to wrap it at here. I know you've learned something. I also want to come back again with her with another video. I want us to tackle 1 or 2, 3 things. So guys, I hope you don't go. In the next video, we're going to still have Lily and tackle that topic. But before she goes, I still want to ask her the last question. Why KWITU? Why the name KWITU? Because in Kenya, KWITU is KWITU. Why KWITU?
Well, so before I answer that, I also just want to talk about our, these connections that God has given you and me.
Yeah.
Somehow, at some point, God really surrounded me with very nice people.
Yeah.
Women who don't have ulterior motives or hidden agendas.
Yeah.
People who are just willing to serve like me.
Yeah.
So you find a woman has, kids, she has a husband, she's
Yeah.
going to school, she's working, but she still has time to serve in KWITU.
Yeah.
And I've been there. I've been in a place where I have to work, I have to go to school, I have to continue serving KWITU, I have a daughter,
Yeah. Yeah.
And people ask, how do you do it?
How do you manage?
Yeah.
No
how do
nanny
you
is
do
there.
it?
How? Yeah.
I never have an answer for that because honestly, it's only God. What can I say? I don't know. but I'm always in KWITU. You
Yeah.
text me, I'm responding.
Yeah.
And these women, the same thing. And so I really want to thank these women for all this work they're putting in, because we're not paying anybody. We're
Yeah.
all volunteers. But God is paying us in many other ways.
Yeah.
For example, look at me. I'm sitting here with you.
Oh,
You know,
Lord.
I'm not on anybody's pay
You're
slip
so
or
blessed.
you know, there.
Yeah.
That's volunteering.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting here with you because God has brought me this far. And so why KWITU is just like, it was just, there was no other way. It fitted in perfectly. It was Kenyan women in the USA, and KWITU was it. In fact, even the way
the
we have
name.
trademarked ourselves is just KWITU. Yeah, it fell into place. This
KWITU.
was meant and ordained by
Kenya.
God way before I was even born.
I think so. KWITU. K is for Kenya
Women.
women in the US. Look at God. It's a
Yeah.
story of God.
And you're magical, like you said.
Hey, you're so magical in all ways. I keep saying. Awesome. My business gang.
Oh,
Can you comment in the comment section? Are you getting inspired? Are you inspired of this story of Lilly Richards, the founder and the president of KWITU? I hope you're learning something. If you're getting inspired, please don't forget to comment the same on the comment section here. If you want to connect with Lilly, also you can DM me in the IG. I'll see whether I'll give you her number. She doesn't work with anybody and everybody, because as you can hear, she stands this for women who for the longest were struggling with trust issues. So she has to do due diligence on you and know whether you're legit, or know what your motive is, know whether you want to help her women or whether you want to take advantage of her. And I can tell you, getting Lilly is not as easy as you think. So we are graced, few of us who get to have her numbers and get to meet with her, and we are always grateful to have you on board. So guys, in the next video, as I've said, I'm going to host her. Please keep in tune. Keep in tune, ama keep tuned. Lilly, wambia kitu. Tell them to subscribe.
Oh yeah. Please share. Subscribe to this channel. Christine the Business Consultant. Christine
And you
Touch
had a
and Grow.
YouTube. You have a YouTube channel.
Yeah,
also.
my YouTube channel is a baby, and I also have a problem with consistency.
But they can always learn something from her. Trust me, that's a channel you don't want to miss anything. However consistent or lack of consistent as she is, please go to her YouTube channel immediately after you watch this video.
That's Lilly
Run
Richards.
there and subscribe. Lilly?
Also, don't be like
Richards.
me. When somebody gives you a compliment, please accept it. Don't go saying all these negative things.
Yeah. Awesome.
It's Lilly Richards.
Lilly Richards. Immediately, guys. I know you guys, you're not jokers. You know what to serious. You know, I know you're business gang. You're business people. You mean business. Imagine you going to subscribe to her YouTube channel and get all these motivations and inspirations, especially on matters, how you can tap into the diaspora market. And she's very passionate about customer experience. Sawa. Nawapenda tu sana. As I always keep saying, we love you so much. Keep liking this video, share, and don't you forget to interact with me during the premiere gang. Sawa. Until next time, we roar.
Growing brands, serving God in the marketplace.